The Pass It On sites have had some major updates over the summer. The past events on the Teachers Pass It On site has been completely updated to include the big events, bite-sized sessions, challenges and CPD week. We're hoping to maintain this page a lot more over the coming year with sessions frequently being recorded so that if staff are unable to make it along to any of our bite-sized sessions, that they're still able to catch up on the content from those. So that's a good place to direct your staff to. Please be reminded of Pass It On Unplugged, which means that if you see anything in the What's On page in terms of bite-sized sessions that you would like to be delivered directly to your department, or you would like us to work with any individuals from your departments, please just contact us and let us know. Which on that note, we've improved the Meet the Team page. We do have a slightly larger team this term, and this page gives you details of who the team members are and what their focus for the current term will be. Along the bottom you can see that there's an email button and also a Google Plus button, with some people also having Twitter buttons so that you can contact a member of staff depending on who you'd like to work with. So that can either be from your perspective as part of the Pass It On Unplugged, or just because you'd like one of us to work with one of your members of staff, or alternatively it could be the case that you just direct staff to this page to give them a little bit of information about who they could contact about their targets and needs. The other page that's been substantially updated is the What's On calendar. This now integrates both business support sessions and teacher sessions, so the calendar includes both. This is because a lot of our sessions do apply to both parties, and we felt that Pass It On just needed a little bit more togetherness in terms of being for all staff. So if you click on the calendar here, it will take you through to the calendar so you can see what's on. You can navigate through the weeks. Obviously I'm just having to skip a little bit to show you what's on there. You've got overarching questions for each month, which I'll take you through a little bit more, and those appear in blue across the top of the page. What we've got in red is a Pro Monitor calendar that Faz has put together and maintains, and that gives staff a reminder of what deadline in terms of Pro Monitor needs to be complete that particular week. So it helps staff to just kind of keep up to date with that element of things as well. And there may be more added to this calendar as we see kind of how else we could use it to update staff as to key dates throughout the year. If you scroll down on the What's On page, you can see sort of information about the regular events. There'll be a little bit more information about Drop In and Discover shortly. Essentially, Drop In and Discover will be each department, both business support and teaching staff, will kind of have an open door either morning or afternoon or few hours during one particular day. They will provide refreshments for staff and provide opportunities for staff to come along and find out a little bit more about that department, what you're up to, and you can present your Drop In and Discover day however you like. You can make it slightly more active, you could have it student-led, you can have it kind of showcasing presentations, etc. You could have it as an open door sort of classroom thing where we could wander in and out of classrooms. It's totally up to you how you run that. We are going to be asking for you to share days and times with us quite soon, just so that we can schedule those in for the coming academic year. Each department will be required to do it, and will be sharing a spreadsheet with you as part of this presentation. Okay, so there are other regular events there that we're planning that will be throughout the year. What we then have is each themed month is here, and we've also got the dates of all the CPD afternoons. We have tried to include a whole college CPD afternoon every month. This is so that we're getting together more frequently. The other three afternoons of each month, Wednesday afternoons, can be used for whatever else your staff need to use them for, but we are making sure that each month we do have a whole college day. We've also planned the next Teaching and Learning Conference, which will be Saturday the 27th of June 2015. So that is the What's On page. Let's see what else I was going to show you. The Pass It On blog has been updated, and we are going to be searching for people to blog for us soon. Okay, the Planning for Learning site is undergoing some changes. This is to make it slightly more accessible for staff and slightly more appealing to the eye. Steph is working through all of the pages on here to just improve it and develop it slightly. We will be hoping that more staff contribute to the site this year, and we'd like you to push it with your staff. So when staff have ideas or things that they share with you or with other members of staff within your department, we'd like you to encourage them to send them through to this site. They can do this by clicking on Submit Your Own at the bottom and sharing their idea or link or resource there. It has content on there that has been provided by business support staff as well as teaching staff, so it isn't solely for teaching staff submissions, although obviously predominantly that will be the case. Okay, so that is being updated as we speak. The final kind of pass it on sites major development has been with the external site, which should, by the time you're watching this, have been launched externally. This includes kind of information for external people about our Pass It On model. It will link to the Pass It On blog. It provides information about kind of the research that Activate Learning and Reading College are built upon. A link to top tech tools that we would recommend from the college. James's technology blog. Future gaze in terms of where we think technology is headed in the future, because obviously technology at Reading College is fairly huge, in case you haven't noticed. Along the bottom we've also got links to Poundland Pedagogy, future events that we're planning such as Teach Meets and the conference, and also sort of the reading page, which will link to other sort of recommended websites and books that we would recommend ourselves, and other areas of interest such as the magazines and other materials that the Pass It On team produce. Okay, so that's the Pass It On sites update done.